about airflow from last week because there's people with a lot of questions. So the first thing I want to do is one, provide the phone number to the radio show because you can call us and ask us these questions live on the air, so we can answer them live on the air. Because you'd be surprised how many people have the same questions. Mike is trying to put his microphone in front of my face, so you can't see me on our Google Plus page because we are live on Google Plus. You can actually see us talk here on the radio and go over this information. But the number here to the radio is 1-866-252-1450. That's 866-252-1450. You're more than welcome to call in and give us ask us a question about something that you have had issues in the past with. No one's been able to answer your question intelligently or correct any problems that you may have had as far as airflow is concerned, or even air conditioning questions. Simple noise.
As simple as, it's a lot of times the simplest little noises, the simplest little whine, the simplest little, it's not doing quite what it's supposed to be, can turn into something not so simple if it's left to get stagnant and get worse.
Before I forget, I also want to send a special thank you and a special shout out to a great customer that recently became
a member of the family.
A member of the family, Mr. Bo Aquilina, Mr. and Mrs. Aquilina, both of you, I want to thank you so much for your business. These guys have had some issues with their air conditioning system. In fact, but they have had their air conditioner service for 12 years. They've had a maintenance company for 12 years. He's gone through 4 or 5 different companies in the last 12 years, and no one's ever really pointed out any issues with the air conditioner. When Eric went out there, his fan motor was covered in growth. It was disgusting.
And it's not even just pointing out the issues with the system. It's they never did the maintenance the way they were supposed to, and they let the system get to that point because if they're not even addressing it, not even mentioning it to you, not even going through it or cleaning it, then obviously it's just going to get out of control.
This is why it's imperative not only for you to follow the technician around, but ask questions, understand what he's doing, and see what he sees. Get behind him. If he's uncomfortable with you watching what he's doing, then kick him out. Tell him to go home and don't ever come back to your neighborhood.
Exactly.
Let alone your house.
Don't shoot him though. That gets you in trouble.
No. Just don't let him come inside. Don't let him service your air conditioning system because chances are either have guilty conscience about the lack of information that he has. He doesn't realize that while he's at your house. So please let him go. It's worth the investment. It's worth the sacrifice, especially when you have the time to schedule it around a schedule. If we're talking about maintenance, maintenance is being proactive. Your air conditioner is working.
Everything revolves around that maintenance. That's how you choose the air conditioning company that you have. That's how around this maintenance. What a lot of people do is companies. Well, I've had them come out for 10 years, and I wasn't happy with them, but it kept working. The problem is that if they would have called years ago, would have had another 5 years added onto it would have been treated better.
Here's the thing though, Mike. The air conditioner was working.
Oh, it works.
That's my point with our services. As a consumer, you don't know whether it's working. You know that it's coming on and it's satisfying the temperature, but what is it taking to get that temperature satisfied in the house? What is it costing you to operate that inefficient air conditioning system?
Exactly.
Most people don't take the time to figure that out. And when you do figure that our industry and our jobs revolve on us saving people money. That's what we do. It costs for us to provide those services, but in the long run, that's my promise to our consumers. The no breakdown guarantee, it's a promise that I will save you money. The no mold guarantee, it's a promise that you will not have any issues with the air conditioning system that will cost you extra money. And if you do, then I'm going to be there for you, and we're going to clean it for you at no cost to you. the no breakdown guarantee. We're going to do a great maintenance, and if your system breaks down and we tell you that it's working perfectly and it breaks down before your next maintenance, I'm going to come out and fix it for free.
Exactly.
This is the way that I can provide you the peace of mind. I'm going to remove all the risk in doing business with our company. And not only that, on top of that, when we do come out and service it, you're going to meet great guys. You're going to meet people
Absolutely.
that care about your system, that know what they're doing, that understand the circumstances, and with a few questions that get answered by the homeowner, because there's many variables in every situation.
And everything
every
is
home.
different. Every home is
Correct.
completely different. But that's one of the biggest things that we're very, very picky about who we actually hire. And the reason that we are is
we're very, very picky about the people that we service too.
Exactly.
Because everybody's not our customer. We don't expect everybody to be happy with our services. And I'm not promising that I will make everybody happy. I'm going to make happy the people that require our services, that want to be educated, that want to save money on their electric bill, that want to be proactive, not the people that want to react to situations and wait till things break and wait till something goes to react to that situation, be emotional, and they get upset with me when I provide you the service that I provide you.
Yep.
You know, they're those customers out there. We deal with them every day.
Absolutely.
Every day, even the guy at McDonald's that's taking your order, he's miserable. He doesn't want you to talk to him.
No.
You know, the lack of customer services these days is absurd, man. It's disrespectful to us and to our consumers out there. So it's important that you point those things out. If somebody's not treating you the way you should be treated, let them know.
Yep.
Respectfully, but let them know. It's reflected on everybody's tip that gives me bad service.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's essentially the way that you have of equalizing everything when it comes to air conditioning.
Correct.
There, you can't. I mean, the guys don't work off of tips, you know. So it's just like if they come out and they do a bad job, oh well, I guess I'll the next time I call, I'll try to have them not send that guy back.
But the biggest thing is that we educate our guys. We educate our guys and we hold them accountable for their mistakes, so they know if I'm going to make a mistake, it's going to cost me money. I'm not going to earn this money and then give it back.
Exactly.
We can't do that. You can't. You're not going to be. It won't work. So we take care of them. We provide them with a great insurance program. We provide them with a great environment to work in. We provide them with all the training that they need to be successful.
Yep.
We express to them what our expectations are of their production, and we let them out there.
And we let them know that we talk about this on the radio, and that every time that they go into someone's house, they're expecting exactly what we're promising on the radio show and exactly what we're promising in all of our advertising and everything else. So these guys, they know that they have a certain standard that's set for them, so that when they go into the house, whether they feel like doing a 100% job, they feel like they have to, because if they don't, we love when our customers call back in and give us feedback and things like that. So, it's all about that. And getting back to the maintenance, there's just one little thing that I wanted to share.
We skipped the whole topic today.
I know we skipped the whole topic.
This is a great conversation. I'm all in.
But
I'm all in.
A good maintenance, you can knock off 2 or 3 amps of draw for that system when it's clean, from the time it's dirty to the time it's clean. And a lot of people don't understand, well, how much, what does that mean to me? What are amps? 3 amps on an air conditioning system is 720 watts of power. That's 7.2 100-watt light bulbs that you just turned off by cleaning that air conditioner. And a company that's going to come out, strip the air conditioner, take it all apart, clean both the coils, use coil cleaner, and actually do the job the right way, compared to just coming over and spraying it off with a water hose. And then you leave basically the same way that it was.
That's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. Do the math. Look at your electric bill. Yes, you're using 1,400 amps a month in electricity. So imagine me cutting that in half. Imagine that.
720 watts every single second that air conditioner is running.
That means you save money. That means the $35, $45, $49, $59, $79 that you paid on that maintenance, you just received back on your electric bill. And next month, now you're going to make money.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's that simple, guys. It really is. But you have to want to do it. You have to be proactive. You have to pick the right people. And I'm not saying that we're the only people out there that are providing the services that you request or that you require. But find those people. There are mobile. There are a couple other companies out there. There are companies that are big. Come a while, they have a great reputation. Find those people and have them come out and do a great job.
And there are small companies that have a great reputation. And the reason that they are small companies is because they've worked for these other big companies before. And there's, just like Angel said, there's some big companies that are out there that are great, and there's some big companies out there that are horrible. And they have a horrible reputation. Yep. They rip people off all the time. Their own rip-off report. They go, you go to all these different places, and they're just horrible companies. So the biggest way, you can't go to a company and sit through and interview all their employees when you're going to look for an air conditioning company. The best way to interview an air conditioning company is when that technician comes out to your home and he does the maintenance. Follow him around, ask him questions, see what he's doing, make sure that he's doing his job. And that's one of the things you get with us, is that you get an education. Even if you decide to go back to your existing air conditioning company, at least you'll know what to look for when that company comes out.
You have a blueprint. The biggest thing is the character of the person that comes out. How happy is he? Is he a jolly person? Somebody that loves their job, that has been trained to do their job well, wants to be in your home and
Correct.
wants to help you. So if you don't get that vibe from that person, that's not the person you want servicing your air conditioner, no matter what. And don't be bashful. Don't tell them. Don't feel bad about the guy that he wasted his time, will come all the way up. No, that's what he signed up for. He signed up to come to your house miserable and not do a good job. So send him on his way. That's decision he made. He didn't feel bad about you not getting the services that you require. So don't let him do his job. Send him on his way and find somebody else. 1-866-252-1450. That's 866-252-1450. To call you. Free. You want services. We have not having enough appointments for the airflow test, the free airflow test that I was giving away last week. Before I got back to the office, all 3 appointments were taken, and we had some people in the afternoon that called. They just couldn't call us early, and they were all taken. So I'm going to do
we
another.
Actually ran. We had to run one. We still ran another one today, didn't we?
Well, I'm going to run it again today. 3 more airflow tests. If you give us a call at the office or here on the radio, however it's convenient to you, we will schedule a free airflow test for 3 new customers that call in. 941-926-6969. That's 941-926-6969. I did it only for 3 o'clock last week. I'm going to extend it to 5 o'clock. But first come, first serve. Okay, 3 more, $271 value on this airflow test. Understand your issues in your house, understand what it's going to take to fix the issue, and then prepare for it, okay? Because your duct system will not keep you from being comfortable. It's just going to cost you a little extra money to operate in an inefficient duct system. But we can point those things out, and we can prepare you to succeed moving forward.
And exactly, and a lot of times the duct system is something that's making you uncomfortable. Correct. If you have hot rooms and you've never been able to figure it out, your air conditioning company just tells you, oh, well, it's because the air conditioner's over here and it's such a long run and everything else. That can be addressed. That 100% can be addressed. And if they're not giving you the right answers in order to how to fix that, then call somebody that can come out and give you that answer.
Yes, it's very simple. Understand that air takes a path of least resistance. Path of, just like water, if you spill a bucket of water out, it's going to go wherever it can, wherever it allows it. Okay. Yep. Same thing with air conditioning. So it's our job to manipulate where this air goes. Yep. So the design is very, very important. Mixing boxes, sizing those mixing boxes, very, very important. Okay. The distribution boxes in your attic will build enough pressure to allow the air to go through every one of those ducts at the same or very similar velocity. You shouldn't lose more than 1 degree from one side of the house to the other side of the house.
Correct.
You should be within 1 or 2 degrees. And if that's not happening in your house, you have a problem. You're leaking air somewhere, or something's not working efficiently.
Or something's and it's costing
money.
Yeah.
It's costing you money to keep it that way.
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
Don't wait till something breaks.
Because you're running your air conditioner at a different temperature than you would normally run it at in order to be comfortable.
Here's a good analogy. Okay. How many people walk around with high blood pressure? A lot.
Tons.
A lot of people walk around with high blood pressure. Now, does that mean that they're going to die right now? No. Does that mean that they're healthy? No. Okay. But are they walking around fine? They're walking around fine. In some cases, some can walk around longer than others, and before they get out of breath and stuff like that. Same thing with smoking. Mm-hmm. How many people smoke cigarettes? A lot. How many people get cancer 2 years after they started smoking cigarettes? Not too
Not very
many, but there's a fraction.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's a fraction. How many people live 50 years? My mother-in-law is a great example. She's been smoking for 60 years, haven't had cancer yet. Does that mean that it's healthy? No. She's suffering right now.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
all the
If
time,
that's what I'm talking about with your air conditioning system, is it working? Yes. Is it costing you money? Yes. Is it something that probably, if you spend that money that you're overpaying on your electric bill to fix that, could solve the problem? Yes. And now you're making money. Now those extra $20, $25, or $50 a month that you're spending on your electric bill is going into your pocket. That's a nice little vacation at the end of the year or the following year if you save the money. $50 a month, $600 a year. You can go on a cruise for $600 nowadays. So why not? 941-926-6969. That's 941-926-6969. I'm going to give away 3 airflow tests this week until 5 o'clock today and today only. It's a $271 value test. We can pinpoint exactly where the problems in the house are. If you have hot and cold spots in the house, if you feel that the house is humid on one side more than the other, if you don't feel that the airflow is coming through the vents like it should, if the house is musty, if whatever the case may be, where you're not happy with the performance or how comfortable the house is, give us a call. This test can really pinpoint where the problems are.
Not only that, too, if no one's ever done this for you, give us a call. I mean, it's even if you're happy with your air conditioning company and everything else, that you could still be wasting money.
If you replaced your air conditioner recently and you haven't saved any money on your electric bill, give me a call.
Please give us a call.
Because you should, if you're going from a 10 SEER, 12 SEER, 13 SEER to a 15 or 16 SEER, there should be a minimum,
hundreds of dollars.
A minimum of 25% increase in the efficiency, which means a decrease in your electric bill. Okay, so if that didn't happen, something is wrong. That air conditioner is not maximizing on its efficiency. It's not going to maximize on the longevity. You're going to have some issues on it very, very soon, and hopefully you don't, but there's a good possibility that it can.
Yep. And before I forget about it too, I wanted to give a shout out to the guys over at Sun and Fun. We did a show yesterday morning.
Oh yes,
and
yes.
It was a great turnout. We did some
Sponsored
pies,
some coffee and donuts. It was awson.
Yeah, man, we went through like 10, 15 pies. There was
holy.
There was quite a few.
Are you serious?
Gone.
Man.
So. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. They had the Canada calling thing for the radio show.
Yeah, thank you for allowing us to come out there and
Absolutely.
share that experience with you guys. So it was awesome, man. It didn't cost anybody anything. We were just out there showing us what we do and giving out some good information. Hopefully, we've helped a couple people out there and we can help them save some money in the future.
Yep, absolutely.
So thank you. 941-926-6969, guys. 941-926-6969. 3 airflow tests. I'm giving away 3 of them today only, up to 5 o'clock. After 5 o'clock, we can't give them out anymore. So give us a call.
About 5 o'clock, all 3 of them will be gone anyway. So
I'm expecting them to be gone by the time we get back to the office. I mean, it was insane the amount of phone calls that we got last week. So I appreciate everybody for listening and wanting to take advantage. If you tell them you heard us on the radio, I'll be inclined to help you out with the cost of the test. We can do a little bit of a discount, but I'm only going to give away 3 for free.
There you go.
Only 3.
Well, it's just the response that we got back from the customers as well, because we most of the time we'll do follow up with our customers, and actually about 99% of the time we do follow up on all the customers, unless it's just a normal maintenance we've been out there.
Well, the airflow test is important. That's part of our services with the new installation, guys. It's important that I adapt the new air conditioning to an existing environment, and I make sure that it's working properly. Without testing your airflow with the new air conditioner, I can't guarantee that. So anybody that does that or tells you that the airflow looks fine or the ductwork looks fine, it's lying to you. You can't see air. You can't test air with your eyes or with your hand. It's impossible. You can't tell me that everything is fine by just putting your hand in front of the grill.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. An airflow test is not standing in front of the grill saying, "Yep, I feel some air coming out. It feels good."
Nope.
That is not the way it's supposed to be. These high efficiency systems are very, very picky.
Correct. It pushes 400 CFMs per ton. Okay, so a 4-ton air conditioner needs to be pushing 1,600 CFMs. Okay, now does that mean that the air
cut and dry.
If it's designing properly, does that mean that the air conditioner is not going to be able to push out that much CFM? No, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that the design of the air conditioner will compromise the integrity of the velocity of the air coming through every one of those vents, or where it's being
delivered. Right now with that.
Why?
That just really could. I don't know. Yeah.
But if it's not properly, the velocity of the air is not going to be proper.
Correct.
Okay. And when the velocity of the air moves too fast across the coil, you're not dehumidifying the air properly.
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
When you don't dehumidify the air properly, that air conditioner is going to tend to cycle off more often.
Yep.
Now, how do you test that? You not with your hand, you can't do that.
No, you have to have some type of equipment that can actually measure the amount of airflow coming out of each individual vent.
Correct.
And in that way you can tune and tweak. And your duct system may be fine. We may be able to make like some modifications to it or just tweak it a little bit and it may be completely fine. But without someone actually using some type of a measurement device, which is what an airflow test is. It uses what's called a flow hood. It measures the flow out coming out of each individual.
It measures the cubic feet of air per minute. It measures the temperature coming out of that vent. It measures the velocity of that air coming out of that vent. Okay, all good information in order for us to determine how much air is going into that room and whether that's how much air we want going into that room. Yep. Every size room is going to require a certain amount of CFM.
Yeah,
every size
smells, musty smells, too much, hot spots, cold spots, all that stuff. When you first turn the air conditioner on, it stinks a little bit, but then after a while, when it runs and it's a little bit better, there's all these things that are affected by the duct system and the design of the duct system, and all that can be fixed.
And it's usually a little excess moisture because you're not removing the right humidity out of the air. So if we can correct that, all of your problems will go away.
Not all of them.
Well,
the life problems are still there, but the air conditioning problems are good.
Yeah, what we can control.
Exactly.
941-926-6969. That's 941-926-6961. Give me a call. We will come out your air conditioning up, the best tune-up you'll ever have, the best cleaning of an air conditioner you will ever have. We'll educate you on how the air conditioner is operating, to take the top off, clean all the leaves and debris out of the bottom of the air conditioner, so when it rains, the water can actually drain out of the air conditioner and not sit in there and rust the components out. We'll check the refrigerant pressures of the air conditioner, make sure based on the temperature outside and the heat load that they're within manufacturer standards.
Exactly.
Check the amp readings on the air conditioner, compare it to what the maximum load on that air conditioner is, or what the operating load on the air conditioner is. The starting amps are important. You don't want the air conditioner starting up pulling 200 amps just to get it started. I mean, in some cases, you can lock up a compressor if you put too much power to it.
Yep.
No good.
Always.
Then you can't get that air conditioner to start. Okay. And there are accessories that you can put on the air conditioner that will protect that from happening.
And help the system actually start itself up. And there's several different things that you can do to the air conditioning system. But if someone's not spending the time to go through and do a complete diagnosis of the air conditioning system and actually measure these voltages and measure these amperages and measure how much the air pressure is and measure, all these different things, it literally, it's dollars out of your pocket every month.
The cleaning alone is going to cost you money if you don't get it cleaned properly. Okay, think about it, guys. It's very logic. It's thinking logistically. Okay, if you put on a sweater and you try to go out and run on a 95-degree day, you ain't going to get too far. Okay, the coils being dirty is like putting the sweater on the air conditioner on a 95-degree day.
I don't feel like passing out today.
No, and that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Same thing with the coil inside. The fan motor. If the fan motor has dust on the blades and it builds up after a while, that's extra weight for that fan motor. That fan motor is weak. It becomes weak after a while, and it will die on you.
Exactly, and runners will actually do things like that. They'll wear way too much clothing so that they'll sweat more. And that just goes to show that you can make yourself work harder, and it's more of a toll taken on your body so that you can lose more weight, or that it's harder for you to run. And essentially that's what your air conditioner is doing, but you're not trying to do it on purpose. It's
you got it on Slim Fast, and it don't want to be on Slim Fast.
It just wants to be normal. It wants to eat some, some cakes, some cookies. It's a Super Bowl weekend. I don't even want to talk about what I ate this weekend.
A little cleaning goes a long way with the air conditioner. That's our point. Part of our maintenance is making sure that outdoor system is 100% clean, so it can operate efficiently. Okay, and then we move on to the inside. We will sanitize the drain pan, make sure that you don't smell that nasty stuff, what we call the dirty sock syndrome, because standing water will cause some mildew. Mildew will cause an odor. Odor will affect you.
It's funny you bring up dirty sock syndrome. I was just talking to a customer the other day, and they had mentioned that they had another air conditioning company that was out, and that was the concern that she had, is that, what do your technicians do? What do they look for? And I said, there's several things that are going on. I said there could be bacteria on the coil, and you don't even see anything. And I said, and I started talking about, and I said, there's this thing called dirty sock syndrome. She said, you're the company I want to come out to my house, because the company that I had out, I actually had dirty sock syndrome inside of my air conditioner. And what it is it's a bacterial growth that grows in the coils that you can't see very much of, and it just stinks.
It smells like dirty socks.
Yeah, it smells like dirty socks. It's where the names come from. And literally it looks fine, like if you just pull the cover off and look at it, but there's a bacteria that's in there that stinks, and it attaches itself to the different types of metals in the air handlers.
Correct.
And this lady tried for years and years and years to get rid of the smell, and she couldn't figure out what it is. Every time she turned her air conditioner on, it stunk. She had her company come out, and they couldn't figure it out. She had another company come out and couldn't figure it out. And then finally, the third company that came along figured it out, but then they ended up going out of business just because, I don't know exactly what their total was.
Stupid problem to have, man.
Yeah.
Very stupid problem to have.
It's
something
simple.
as simple as a tablet, a chlorine tablet that they make for these things will prevent that. If the chlorine tablet doesn't work, they have a chlorine pad that will sit in there for 6 months or a year, depending on how much money you spend, that will take care of this problem for you.
And using a self-rinsing coil cleaner on the coils, because a lot of these companies that come out, they don't even pull the covers off the air handler. I've been to so many of them, and this is a pet peeve of mine from way back. But
there's a procedure when you do that, because you can't just spray this thing on the coil and then let it go. You have to rinse the coil down a little bit, okay? And make sure that you flush the drain line afterwards, because what's going to happen is we're going to get all that gunk and get all that nasty stuff off the coil. It's going to build up in your drain line, and then 2 weeks later, you got a service call. Hence, an opportunity for that service company to make extra money on you on something that they caused.
Should have done whenever they were doing the maintenance on it.
So it's
Absolutely,
important. 100%. You have to be
100%.
involved. You have to know what's going on, because you can get taken advantage of easily, because you don't know what to look for. The guy comes in there and you're not following him around. He tells you, oh, well, your capacitor was bad when it was a drain line.
Yeah.
The capacitor was fine 2 weeks ago. Well, I didn't really test it because it was working.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, then you owe me a new capacitor and a free service call.
Yep.
Because you didn't do your job the last time, and I paid you.
Unfortunately, they don't have the no breakdown guarantee like we do.
Well,
so, and just just to touch base on everybody that's not aware of that, with our maintenances, guys, we're so passionate about our maintenances and making sure they're done the right way, and figuring out everything that's going on with the system, and at least giving you a breakdown of, hey, this thing's working great, it's working perfect, everything's within tolerance here. Let me show you that it's within tolerance. This is what it's supposed to be. This is what it is. Everything looks great. Or, okay, well, here's some challenges that we've run into. This one's drawn a little bit higher. This is a way that you can, cut down on your power bill and do things to save a little bit. Because of the fact that when we come out and do the maintenance, it is everything.
We train our guys. We care enough to train our guys to prepare them to succeed with our consumers, period. That and the only way to succeed is to take care of the consumer and do exactly what you promised them that you will do. And what we promise is that we're going to come out and clean the air conditioning system and save you money. We're going to do such a good job that we're going to save you some money. And if for any reason we give you a clean bill of health, and for any reason the air conditioner breaks down, we will come out and fix it for free. That is our no breakdown guarantee. And on that note, guys, we're going to have to wrap it up. It's been 30 minutes. Man, this is going too fast. We're going to have to go an hour. I'm going to talk to Molly. But anyway, it's been a great show, guys. 941-926-6969. Give us a call and get your free airflow test. Be one of the three people that call in.
That's it.
Okay. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week right here on this new Sunny 1450 and 1320. Thank you, sir.
Boom.